We'll play Vesperia. Oh, you get to change the language every time you boot. Look at that.
Reaching out for no man's land, to take a breath and take a chance. I walk 1,000 nights to change the world. Where to go, when to start, who to trust, what to say. Found them all, just need someone to share. Snarl in the dusk every day to carry on. Ain't so strong, I ain't so strong to go on. Living in the past is not the way to live. I wish you could hear me say that I miss you. Why were we there back to back? Why were we there face to face? I must be the light when you're in the dark. If you lose me somewhere and your tears are in the air, I will ring a bell until you feel me by your side. What has been in a mix too long? There's no peace when you're at war. There's no tales, you and I, light and dark, ups and downs. What is there in the middle? What's there to divide us? If you hurt, cry and say, can't you see you're my alcohol? Why were we there back to back? Why were we both face to face? I must be the light when you're in the dark. If I lose you somewhere and I'm still hanging in there, I will ring a bell until you feel me by your side.
Hell yeah. Since I was getting everything set up with this game yesterday, I didn't actually watch that. So. Now, I think by default, like, everything was super loud, but now that we've loaded my game, everything should be quieter. Thank goodness, right?
What are you looking at? Hey, dog! You keep away!
Huh? Rita, are you afraid of dogs?
Not at all. Mind your own business. Oh, no.
Hey Rita, I wanted to ask you about this. Oh, Rapide.
Rapide sure knows who he likes and who he doesn't.
There was something I think I forgot in Ospio, so I'm gonna actually head back there real quick.
Just go away! Oh, den of this modest lad!
This animal has like a call that sounds like a Discord notification.
It'll be 100 years before you can.
So
beat
I heard
me.
the animal
Because
going.
you've lived a lot longer, right?
Not exactly.
And I thought it was I thought it was like a Discord notification or something. Is this an item search? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Wait, there's more. Oh, wow, the 100 years too early line? Yeah, dude.
Man, could you be any weaker?
Don't let him trip you up! Oh, flickering blaze burn! Fireball! That was too easy! Oh, flickering blaze burn!
Are you feeling the nostalgia, DJ?
Alright, who's next? Man, I was just getting warmed up.
Oh, I feel so powerful! Okay, sure.
Fuck, I'm too high. I'm on the wrong plane. Shit. I went the wrong way. What an idiot. I didn't play Vesperia. Nostalgia for 2000 RPGs is definitely there. Hey, let's go. Vesperia is like it's probably my favorite Tales game. I love this game so much. Despite all the nitpicking I've already done. And trust me, I've done a little bit of nitpicking while we were playing yesterday. But I think there was a little bonus scene that I missed that I feel like I should do. Back here. Yep, here we go. You really like Blastia, don't you? Hey, I told you not to touch Victoria with your grimy little hands. Victoria? Do you mean this Blastia? How come you like them so much? How come? Because they're fun. Fun things are fun. The way they work, the theory behind them. I don't know, I've never thought about it. Can you give reasons why you like the things you like? Well, there are definitely some things I like for no particular reason. I guess the reason I like them is because I like them. Exactly. But I think that's all I needed to do here. I'm actually going to open this up so that I have this on hand. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Gosh, I'm so bummed out that the channel points isn't actually working as intended. Son of a...
How's this? Destroy that! The cry of victory! Repeat?
Hey, I learned something.
These...
So that should be mastery on the hand axe, so I can equip the longsword on Yuri. That's good. Alright. I think there might be a scene in here? Maybe? Yeah. No? Maybe not. Unless that's the scene I was supposed to see. Like, is it gonna play every time? Yeah. That's fine. Ah, fuck!
We can't lose!
Nice. No!
Our formation's all over the place!
Our ties to each other will save us!
Destroy her!
Who's next?
You didn't think I was that strong, did you?
See, the joke is that we don't really like Carol right now. Like, no one really likes Carol, so him saying the ties of our friendship or whatever. I just thought of something, actually. Let me just try, you know, we're gonna try the channel points thing again real quick. Don't mind the flickering game, please. We're gonna try to reset cruise control. And then I'm gonna try moon. Hey!
The moon! No! Now, Stone Soldier! Destroy the moon!
Hey! Let's go. Alright. That is... Yeah, it's making that... Well, no, that's just the game itself. Like, that's literally just how the game is. If you tab out of the game, it does that. I think it might have something to do with DirectX, but, I don't actually know. If I pulled up chat in, on my phone and did it, we'd still be able to see the game just fine. But it would do it now. So now the gotcha alert should work. So if you pulled an SSR...
Yeah, but...
If you did a 10 roll and pulled an SSR, DJ, we should be able to see the alert for it. This is me...
That's weird.
Asking you...
The barrier's gone.
Do a 10 roll. Pull an SSR.
You mean there was a barrier here?
There was when I came before.
Sort of a waste to have a barrier in a place with no people, if you ask me.
Are you sure you aren't mistaken? I'm pretty familiar with the barrier locations, but here...
You just haven't heard about this one. Nan told me it was only put here recently.
Who is Nan, Carol?
Huh? She's... you know, she's just a friend from my guild. I'm gonna go see if I can find anything out.
I think I'll have a look myself.
All right, never mind us, guys. I'm not gonna go look for them if they get lost.
Shall we, Yuri?
Hey, no outsiders allowed!
Let me through. I'm Rita Mordio of the Imperial Blastia Research Laboratory.
Oh, you're a mage from Ospio. Excuse me. Oh, but you can't just do as you please. Let me go and ask the...
I could use some of her attitude.
I think you have plenty already.
Yeah, I love this game.
Hey, listen to this! It was like bam! A spear went thunk, the Blastio went bang, and he flew off into the sky like whoosh!
Who did what? How? Huh?
Someone riding a flying dragon threw a giant spear at the Blastia, and then just flew off!
A human riding a dragon? No way.
I've never heard of anything like that before.
That's what I thought too, but a bunch of people here saw it happen. They say it was a dragon rider.
A dragon rider. Well, the world's just full of surprises.
Hey! What do you think you're doing? Let me go!
My favorite song.
There she goes again.
Something is definitely strange with this Blastia formula.
There's nothing strange at all. Perhaps you are...
Just who do you think I am?
I'm well aware of who you are. The famed genius mage, correct? But surely there are some formulas that even you aren't familiar with.
You can't use a weird formula like this. Think of the poor Blastia.
Hey, stop gawking and help us catch her!
Fire! Hey! Fire!
What's with that kid? A fire? I don't hear anything or smell anything.
Hey, you little liar!
Crap! They caught on that fast?
It was like the...
Hey, you were with that kid! Wait a minute! There's a warrant for you!
It's now or never.
Ah, you little...
I'm sorry.
Hey,
Stop goofing off and help catch that kid!
Damn!
What kind of game is this? I love this. I love
Looks
this
like
game
we
so
lost.
much.
Rita, you should really think more before you act. That barrier Blastia was just so strange. I couldn't help myself.
Strange? Something fishy about it?
I have a feeling that may be an understatement.
Well, our hands are already full as it is. So could you please keep us out of it?
It doesn't concern you regardless.
Yuri Lowell! Where have you run off to now?
Hey, Mr. Famous. Sounds like you've got a fan out there.
Again? Well, that gives a new meaning to the word workaholic.
Man, she really pulled out the Yukari voice for those new lines there. That's like full on Takaba voice.
Lady Estelise, I say, do come out of hiding.
You guys have a lot of problems. Just who are you anyway?
Well, I'm...
Yuri! Come out! Come out wherever you are!
You can talk about that later.
Wait! It's me!
Carol! Don't frighten us like that!
Anyway, let's get our butts to Nor Harbor before things get any more complicated.
Which way were we supposed to go again?
Let's see. As the crow flies.
Isn't this a beast trail? Can we really go through here?
We'll go as far as we can at least. I don't want to get captured again.
We'll need to be on the lookout for monsters then.
What are one or two monsters to the brave Captain Carroll?
Yeah, that's right. Though if the barrier were up, we wouldn't have to worry about monsters at all.
Oh, I can't stand it. Why does some idiot have to go around breaking Blastia and making our lives difficult?
Hey, Estelle. I noticed you keep looking in my direction. What's up?
You don't mind if I ask? All right, well then, here goes. This Nan, are you in love with her? Nan is a girl's name, right? Is she the girl you wanted to show Halur's flowers to?
Ah! No, you got it all wrong!
I do?
Man, she'd be so angry if she heard you say that.
Carol, good luck with her. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah. Well, thanks. That's encouraging.
Don't get in my way!
First of all,
Cerberus strike!
Hellhammer.
Resound, O cry of victory!
I'm probably gonna have to not grind, but I'm just gonna have to check my level closer to the boss fight up here.
This one's strong.
Get ready for anything.
Because I think I am a bit under leveled right now.
Oh, flickering blaze, holy power.
Wolf strike!
First aid.
Yeah, I beat you into next week.
I didn't know flowers like this grew in the mountains.
Rita, don't touch it. Inhaling Billy Bolly leaf pollen can lead to vertigo and strong feelings of exhaustion.
Hey, what are you...
Whoops, sorry.
Carol, are you okay?
You're interested in healing arts?
Nah.
It's no use. Healing arts don't work on this.
We'll just have to wait until he recovers naturally.
How long will that take?
Carol, be strong.
Rita, you're terrible.
I said I was sorry.
If you're all right, then let's go.
Let's be careful to stay away from the Billy Bolly Leaf from now on, okay?
Man, some people have some weird hobbies. I mean, who goes around destroying Blastia?
I wouldn't really call that a hobby.
If we ever come across whoever's doing this, I'll destroy him!
But what if he has some reason for what he's doing?
They can have any reason they want. Destroying Blastia is unforgivable. Period.
Oh, my neck! My neck! Oh! Oh! Help me, Yuri!
Yeah, that'd take effort. Just play nice with each other, kids.
Estelle!
Do your best, Carol.
Oh, flicker! Ring blaze! Burn! Fireball!
First aid! Come to me! Starstruck next!
You want revenge? Bring it! Guess we can do this.
Flickering blaze! Burn! Flickering blaze! Burn!
Starstroke! That Bodhi Blastia of yours. It's pretty, huh?
That's not what I was gonna say.
I think we can actually equip. No, we can't. Wow. Everything is for Yuri. Yuri is the only character that matters, I guess. If we can finish learning these, though, we can equip that new axe we picked up off the ground for a little extra attack. Yeah, that's like 20 extra attack power. That's really good. I assume that's good. I actually don't know how much stats matter.
Red Eyes, Knights, why can't we just have a nice, fun, relaxing trip?
You're one to complain, Yuri.
Yeah, weren't those knights calling your name?
But you're the one who was fighting with the mages, Rita.
Please, everyone, we're okay, aren't we? I actually think it's kind of fun.
If you think being chased is fun, you're gonna love the rest of this trip.
Yeah, you may have written off what just happened, but we're still fugitives.
We have a great opening now. Let's take care of him quick.
Azure Edge!
Flickering blaze, burn! Fire hammer! Flickering blaze, burn!
There's no way you could win.
Got it. Let's go.
Oh, flickering blaze, burn! Fireball!
Alright, who's next?
Flickering blaze, burn! Fireball!
We're done.
Can't
It
believe
was
they
a pretty
gave
big commotion over breaking
repeat
a single
subtitles
barrier,
for that.
Blastia.
I don't know. It seemed like the commotion Rita caused was even bigger.
Stop bringing up trivial details.
Of course people would be upset. It was a barrier, Blastia. Blastia are intertwined with almost every aspect of people's daily lives.
Good point. Things got really crazy back in the lower quarter when the Aqua Blastia broke.
I hope they can fix it soon.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're going through all this for.
I've never understood why the cutscene plays out like that. Like with Carol running away and then Rita chasing him.
Let's get this over
While
with.
Yuri and Estelle talk about something else.
Holy power, put out your hand.
Like this?
Yay!
What was that?
That's good. Great. Now Rita can backstep. That is good. We are quite underleveled. Oops.
Oh, man. All right, all right.
Holy power, consume this modest land. First aid. A flickering blaze burn. Fire!
Could you be any more of a pain?
Holy power, give to me.
All right, who's next?
Stars throw. A flickering blaze burn. Fireball. Power hammer.
Put out your hand. Like this?
Yeah.
Just go away.
Azure Edge!
Sin of this modest land. Holy power, come to me.
Man, I was just getting warmed up. I feel power running all through my body.
These are the threads that weave our future.
Ah.
Just go away.
How's this? Destruction!
Hey!
All right, who's next?
Yeah, I beat you into next week. Hey, I learned
It'd be really nice if that was a blue save point, but that's fine. I am quite sure. Yeah, we really should like level up another time.
Holy flickering blaze burn.
On my way!
Holy flickering blaze burn. Fireball stage.
Wolf strike!
we're done.
I don't think we can actually step out of here. Oh, we can now. Okay. I think there are more scenes at Halor, maybe? Maybe? But anyway, we needed to reload the enemies. If you head for the sea from here, you can't help running into Amid Hill. They say there's the remains of some monster in the ground about halfway up. The story goes that this monster was as long as the trunk of the tree of Halor. Big, right? Not long ago, I caught sight of a gallant man on my way home from the port city. He was tall and slender with silver hair, but he was headed into the mountains and nobody's seen him since. He was far too handsome to be a hermit. Oh, okay. I wonder who he could have been. Time to loot the mayor's residence. Sorry, there's something in my... I had an itch in my ear. He has a great axe equipped right now, doesn't he? Yeah. I don't think you can get skills from armor itself, so that's fine. Check skills here. Alright. That's fine. I think there's one other person to talk to in here. Oh, with the special flag, we can now play as other characters. Not that it changes anything, but the aesthetics. The aesthetic. Is the... I thought the mayor was somewhere else. Oh, there he is. Okay, there's the mayor. Here we go. Red. So very red. This year's especially bad. What's the matter, Mayor? Oh ho, you're back? What about something being red? Oh, it's just that this year's flowers are an especially deep shade of red. So I was thinking that the curse of the Caged Emperor's Bride must be particularly strong this year. But I'm just joking, of course. Who's this Caged Emperor's Bride supposed to be? About 300 years ago, the Emperor at the time, Brimstone IV, planted a tree on the perimeter of Halor's barrier. He lived all of his later years shut up inside his castle, so people took to calling him the Caged Emperor. It's always so educational to have you around, Estelle. But what does the Caged Emperor's Bride have to do with this tree? Legend has it that the Caged Emperor murdered his fiancée and buried her corpse beneath the roots of this tree. The tree gets its red color from the murdered bride's blood, which its roots absorb. What the hell? It's really nothing more than a legend. Of course, there's no way a tree could keep sucking up someone's blood for centuries anyway. Yes, but I'm worried that this macabre tale will spread and drive potential visitors away from our town. Then don't you think it's a bad idea telling it to travelers like us? Oops, okay. Forget all about that story I just told you, could you? How are we supposed to forget something like that? If you don't forget it, the Caged Emperor's bride will hold a grudge against you. Cut it out. There you go again, you're just reinforcing the legend. Oops. There's no way that story's true. Cool. But yeah, so leaving the area, leaving a mead hill, basically just reset the enemy spawns, so we'll just go head back over there. Missed another first hour, rip. Don't worry, Emily, you only missed half an hour. How are you this evening? I was messing around. Oh, fuck me.
Man, could you be any weaker?
I was
Don't
messing
get cocky.
I was messing around with stream settings.
Wall strike!
That was awesome!
Oh, I feel so powerful.
So, for example, if you pull an SSR, there's going to be an alert on screen now from the channel point. Gotcha. I figured out how it works, how to get it to work. Also, we can destroy the moon if we want. You have to pull an SSR. No, I can't.
Holy power, come to me. First aid.
Get out of here!
Oh, din of this modest strength, dwell in this place. You did it, Rita.
Yeah, I guess.
And you're so cool.
I'm gonna go nuts. Okay, sure.
Let's go, you got this. Damn. Not like this, no. That's the gotcha luck, it's just not with you.
How's this? A flickering blaze burn.
Oh, okay. Her knowing recover is really good.
All right, who's next? Wall strike!
Thank God they don't put VTubers in gotcha games.
Wonderful.
Not yet.
Wall strike!
A little test. Champagne.
Oh, good, she learned champagne. That's why we're... I despise grinding. This will probably be the only time I'm gonna actively grind.
Let's get this over with.
But I just have PTSD from this section.
You want revenge? Bring it!
I absolutely do not... Oh, I forgot this way. Oh, good.
Let's get this over with.
Wall strike!
Holy power, come to me.
Wall strike! Wall strike!
Holy power.
Wall strike!
Holy power, come to me. First
Wall
aid.
strike! All right, who's next?
Holy power, flickering blaze burn. First aid. Holy power.
Pretty good for a dog.
Unfortunately, you did miss some very funny scenes in the first 20 minutes. of playtime. I feel like I should have played him last night and then stopped at this part. But it's fine. There are more to come.
Don't get in my way!
Oh no, the Wi-Fi sucks? No. I should stop using arts because I need to rebuild my TP.
We finished them off.
I finished them off.
That's nice, but I can do so much more.
Got him.
Let's get this over with. Man, I was just getting warmed up.
Alright, so let's, we're gonna get real here, and we're gonna actually turn off sharpness and barrier. We can leave those on. We can turn that off. We can keep those on. Those on. Okay.
Don't get in my way!
Holy power, come to me! Praise the innocent waters! Holy power, come to me! First aid! Take that! Holy power, come to me!
Oh, great.
First aid!
Any kind of paperwork,
Yeah,
or
I beat you into next.
like having to be on the phone, or like turning in documents and stuff, like official
Don't
stuff,
get sloppy!
emails.
Holy power, come to me! Praise the innocent waters! Holy power, come to me! First aid!
We're done.
Alright. So we should be... Oh, I died in Grand Blue. Hold up. Second here. Yeah, so everyone except Rapide is close to leveling up. So once we hit level 15, we should be okay to fight the boss. Probably. 17 is where I'd feel super safe, but we'll try it at 15 and see what happens. There we go.
Let's get this over with.
Holy power, a flickering blaze! Fireball!
Wall strike!
Sin of this modest land! Starstroke! Holy power, come to me!
We finished them off.
I finished them off. Hey, I learned something.
These are the threads that weave our future. I'm gonna make you work.
How many times have I used that? 33?
Sin of this modest land!
Yeah, I beat you into next week.
Next week?
Let's get this over with.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
Hammer! Put out your hand!
Like this?
Yay!
What was that?
Got him.
Sorry if I hurt you. Flickering blaze burn!
We'll strike!
Holy power, come to me!
You did it, Rita! Yeah, I guess.
And you're so cool!
I'm gonna go nuts.
Alright, so I don't think there's any more enemies over here, so let's... Oh, we're about to level up. God damn it. Well, I gotta go and... I gotta level up. I gotta level up. May as well take the free level up, right? So... We'll go through this area one more time. I think I killed this enemy. Yeah, I killed it. Ugh. Alright. Clear out these enemies, and then we should be... Hey. Hey. There we go. And then we should be good to fight the boss.
Oh, caprice of innocent waters!
I'm telling you, that like this boss is... Unless they made it easier in the definitive version.
Holy power, the cry of victory!
I feel power.
But yeah, I hate grinding. This is the only time I'm gonna grind in this game.
I'll take him out!
It's nothing personal.
Holy power, come to me! Oh, caprice of innocent waters! Starstroke!
Could you be any more of a pain?
We got a head start.
It doesn't seem fair. Oh, Dan of the Starstroke! Oh, flickering blaze!
Ah, I tried to save Rita.
All right, who's next?
Holy power, come to me! Flickering blaze! Holy power, first aid! We finished them off!
I finished them off.
Huh? Oh, I feel so powerful!
Okay, sure.
So, the problem with this boss is... it's really fast. And it has a poison fang move, like these basilisks do.
Yeah, I beat you into next week.
And I think it's like level 17. It might even be as high as level 19. Like, it's strong. And up to this point, you haven't really had to be like matching the levels of the area. Like I hopped into this area, and I'm like 2 levels below this bird here, like this weak enemy.
We're done.
That's nice, but I can do so much more.
So this boss absolutely blasted people when they first played this game, and then afterwards it's fine. It's just you got to get past this boss.
Oh man. All right. How's this? All right, who's next?
I think that's 50, right? Yeah, so we're gonna use Destruction Field there, and we'll use Azure Wolf Strike down. Ow.
All right, who's next?
How's this? Flickering blaze, burn! Fireball!
All right.
They know.
Yeah, there might be a way to tackle it, but in the grand scheme of things, this is the only time I'm gonna grind. Like,
It's nothing personal.
I guess it's not technically required, but I'm just playing it safe.
Take this! Azure Wolf!
Power, come to me! Take that! First aid!
All right, who's next?
Flickering blaze, burn!
You want revenge? Bring it! Hey, I learned something.
Give me a chance to get a few extra skills. I should equip this, but I don't want to drop his power just yet, so we'll fight the boss first. Actually, do we have any, we don't have any other armor. I was gonna say. It might actually be a good idea if this boss blasts me, I'll go and get some new armor.
We have a great opening now!
My weapons right now are good.
Priest of innocent waters! Powhammer! The cry of victory!
Shit.
Let's work together!
Oh good, Carolyn, nice aid smash. Let's go.
You want revenge? Bring it!
Where are we at? Oh good, Rapide's about to level up. That's good. Yeah, so I think level 15 is gonna be okay. Probably. Hopefully.
Sorry if I hurt you.
Take this! Azure Wolf!
Oh, caprice of innocent waters!
Azure Wolf! All right, who's next?
Holy power, come to me! First aid! Holy power, come to me! Take that! First aid! Holy power, come to me!
Yeah, I beat you into next week.
Alright. Save point. There should be like 1 or 2 more enemies. No? They're gone? Oh, no, there he is.
Just go away!
Holy power, come to me! Flickering blaze, Burn! Fireball!
Take this!
Legend of this modest land! Star Blast! Hellhammer!
Alright, so let's save here. Let me just throw my phone on my charger here. Hold on. There we go. Alright. Here goes nothing. So the secret mission for this fight is, the plant. I mean, you can see it right there, the Billy Bolly plant.
What's that?
That, Rita pushed Carol into earlier taught you that it has, like, kind of like paralysis properties. So if you can make the plants during the fight spit some of their pollen or whatever, some of their paralysis juice onto the boss, that is the secret quest or the secret achievement or whatever. Anyway, there's the boss.
That's one of the monsters that attacked Halur!
A survivor, huh?
If we leave it here, it'll surely go back and try to attack Halura again. But Halura has the barrier protecting it now.
Even so, how are the people of Halur supposed to sleep at night when beasts like this crawling around just outside the barrier?
So it's the main boss, and then also 2 cubs, which is just like... Which is really, really annoying. Son of a bitch. See? So, like, the cubs broke my guard, and then the boss immediately poisoned me. The fight is gonna be like this the whole time. We gotta take out the cubs.
I'm okay.
I'll blow you away! Distraction! Distraction!
Where's the other one? Oh, they already killed the other cub. Let's go. Let's go.
You alright, Repeat?
Ooh, Estelle's dead.
Don't be a
Oh, man.
I'm dead.
Holy power, come to me. I'm fine. First aid.
Fuck me.
Power, come to me. Damn it. How careless.
Don't be a
We have to use items carefully.
Sorry.
Got it.
Holy power,
Reed is dead.
come to me. First aid.
Repeat is dead.
Don't be a
This is nothing. Holy power, come to me.
Don't be a
Holy power, come to me. Oh, flickering blaze, burn. Fireball.
I'm not done yet.
Holy power, come to me. Oh, flickering blaze, burn.
Repeat is dead.
Alright.
Holy power, din of this modest land. Holy power, come to me. Flickering blaze, burn. Fireball.
Alright, we got him now.
Holy power, come to me. Man. First aid.
That hurt.
It's not over yet.
Screwed up.
Are you okay? Holy power, come to me. First aid. I'm fine. Holy power.
Estelle is dead, and this fight is whack. For a second, you thought the dog had gotten this big. Yo, Vivar, what's up?
You alright, Repeat?
So yeah, this is how this fight goes. How could this happen? Yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum gum. God damn it. I forgot to change everyone to use their full power. Oops.
I'll blow you away! Destruction! 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 Destruction!
Holy flickering blaze, burn! Fireball! Found your weak spot.
All right.
Holy flickering blaze, burn! Fireball!
Destruction field!
Holy.
Hey, help me out when I'm casting.
All right, I'm on it.
I'm gonna die here. Oh, I lived!
Holy power, come to me! Odin
Wake
of
up! You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Found your weak spot. First aid! Odin of this hottest land.
It's our last life bottle. Don't you fucking waste it, Rita. Don't you fucking waste it.
It was too late.
Rita's
Winning
dead.
comes first.
Are you okay? Holy power, come to me. First aid!
Fuck.
Holy power, come to me.
Fuck.
First aid!
I'm fine, I'm fine.
Holy power, come to me. First aid!
Whew. I don't care that Rita didn't get any experience from that fight. That fight is not good. Jesus Christ. Alright. We got through. We're good. Whew.
I feel power running all through my body.
Oh, I feel so powerful.
Even Carol levels up.
What the heck? It hardly put up a fight.
But there could be a dozen more just around the corner.
No worries. Seriously.
Well, let's just hope there aren't too many more where it came from.
Yeah, Rita didn't get any EXP. Unfortunately, if a character is dead in this game, they don't get anything. Oh, I got a life bottle from the fight. Look, guys, we can revive Rita. Ugh, Jesus Christ. Use. Thank you. Alright.
Repeat's getting really good at handling items, don't you think? Yeah, but I don't want to eat any gels that have been in a dog's mouth.
He said, come on, don't be like that. If things go bad, take it.
That's one big mouth he's... Wait a minute. Did he really say that? All I heard him do was bark.
Stick around long enough and you'll figure him out. Right, Repeat?
You look a little jealous, Rita.
No way.
Bad connection? No worries. That fight was a mess. And it's not over.
Guess we can do this.
Holy power, come to me.
Think before you use your arts.
Guess I overdid it.
Yeah, I'm gonna, like, die out here.
Wonderful.
All right, who's next?
Odin of this modest land.
It'll be 100 years before you can beat me.
Because you've lived a lot longer, right?
Not exactly. No.
I hope we'll finally be able to meet Flynn when we get to Nora Harbor.
I get the feeling we'll miss him again.
He could be passing by the foot of the hill right now, headed back to the capital.
But Flynn left us a letter. I'm sure he's waiting for us.
We'll see.
Why do we have to take such a convoluted path through this place anyway?
It's your fault.
How was I supposed to help that?
It literally
Quit
is your
blaming
fault,
other people
Rita.
and let's get moving. Otherwise, we'll end up missing him for sure.
Right. Let's hurry to Nor Harbor.
It literally is Rita's fault that we had to take this long way around the hill.
It's beautiful. This is... Look, Yuri. It's the ocean.
I can see that. The wind feels great.
I've seen pictures in books before, but I've never seen it up close like this.
Well, people don't usually travel outside the barriers. If we keep going, we can see all sorts of things, like the jungle or the city of waterfalls.
There are so many more things we could learn, if only our journey would continue.
I guess it's true. I really was living in a small world.
That's a rare moment of sincerity coming from you.
It's your first time seeing it too, right?
Well, yes, but
Aw, you must have had such a lonely life, tied to your research like that.
having you pity me makes me want to jump off this cliff.
This water has traversed the world's oceans and has seen all there is to see. The ocean binds the lands of our world together.
Here she goes again. It's really just one big puddle, you know.
Whatever. You were pretty moved back there too. Huh?
So this is the world as he sees it.
Yuri?
Flynn must have stood on this spot earlier and looked out at the same scene.
That's true. His duties do take him to many different places.
Always telling me to catch up with him. Easy for him to say.
Nor Harbor is just around the corner from Emmett Hill. We'll catch up to him in no time.
That's not what I was talking about.
Huh? What do you mean?
All right, let's get moving before LeBlanc and friends show up again.
Just follow the ocean road to the west after leaving here to get to Nor Harbor. We can't miss it.
We'll have plenty more chances to see the ocean. Your journey will continue for as long as you want. It's all up to you. You've made it this far, haven't you?
That's true.
Last one down's a rotten egg!
You're gonna fall if you don't watch out.
Oh!
Idiot.
It is a good scene. What's this supposed to be? Is it a grave, perhaps? A grave? In a place like this? Actually, this is just the type of place I'd expect to see one. What do you mean? You know, like the grave of someone who plotted against the Empire and failed. If you wanted to bury someone and keep it quiet, you'd want a place like this with no one around. Huh. Wonder if that's what I've got in store for me. Don't say such things. That isn't funny. I wasn't exactly kidding. It's just a fact of life that some folks from the lower quarter never get a funeral or a proper burial. What happens to them then? They get cremated and have their ashes scattered over a river or a field, usually. Are you telling the truth? How did we get started talking about this anyway? Because we're trying to figure out what a lone grave is doing in a place like this. Yeah, so just who does it belong to? Oh, there's a chest here. I almost forgot about it. It's another orange gel. I don't need orange gels. I need life. I need life bottles. I need apple gels.
Let's work together. Holy power, flickering blaze.
Take this!
First of all. Holy power, din of the modest lad. First of all.
I don't know who Suzy Fujibayashi is.
Flickering blaze. Flickering blaze. Yeah. The din of this modest lad.
That'll be 100 years before you can beat me.
Because you've lived a lot longer, right?
Not exactly.
Zuzu. I still don't know who that is. But I can say that Rita is just really awkward.
I'm gonna make you work.
Like, she's really confident in her awkwardness. Or maybe she's abrasive? Which is a type, I mean, I'd say that's a type of awkward when you're talking about people's personalities, you know? But, hey, damn it.
Don't get in my way!
Stop chasing me.
Come to me! Holy power, come to me! First aid!
How much HP?
Din of this water's land! Stone blast! Power hammer!
Take this! Azure Wolf!
The cry of victory!
Oh, and there's nothing even over here anyway. But yeah, Rita is a friendless loser. She's never really had positive interactions with people before. And it shows.
We have a great opening now!
It's nothing personal.
Destruction! Alright, who's next?
Flickering blaze, burn! Fireball!
That'll be 100 years before you can beat me.
Because you've lived a lot longer, right?
Got him.
We have a great opening now!
It's nothing personal.
Charlie, not really. No, you're fine. You just want to talk about what you're thinking about it.
Pretty good for a dog.
$2,000. Let's go. Replenish the war cabinet. Oh, fuck. Shit.
It's an ambush! We can still overcome this. Destroy rock! Destroy rock!
Take this! Azure Wolf! Alright, who's next?
First aid!
This? Nah, this isn't scary.
Your legs are shaking.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I am.
I think that's everything here. Yep.
What's this? Oh, that's a camping set. With this, you can set up camp and sleep without having to go to an inn.
Oh, that's nice. Now you can go off and play Nature Boy whenever we sleep at an inn. And we'll save money, too.
What are you talking about? Camping sets are single-use only.
Rita, don't be so mean.
That sounds really useful, Carol.
Yeah, they're essential when you're on the road. In addition to camping sets, you could also sleep on mats. But camping sets are really the best thing to use. You can't get a better night's sleep with anything else.
What wonderful timing. All of you look so exhausted from climbing. You look pretty pooped yourself.
Yeah, we've got a ways to go before we get to town, too. Maybe we should set up camp here.
All right, I'll get everything set up. Oh, once you've camped somewhere, you won't be able to camp around there for a while afterwards.
Why's that?
After camping at a certain site, the basic barrier that's included in the camping set will stop being effective for a while, so long as you're near that site.
Basic barrier? What's that? There's no Blastia like that.
It's not a blastia, actually. It's just something that gives off a smell that monsters find unpleasant. That's why they call it a barrier. It can keep the monsters at bay for a night. But after enough time passes, the monsters get used to the smell, and it won't keep you safe anymore.
That makes sense.
Well then, we'll leave the setup to you, Carol.
All right, let's set up a camp a little bit further.
I've never actually used those. Ever. Carol is trying his best to impress. But unfortunately, most of the people in the party don't care. So... yeah, so I've never actually used those before. We're gonna try and get our magic back up. Son of a bitch.
Holy power, come to me! First aid! Repeat, are you okay?
Oh shit, I'm almost dead. Fuck me.
Holy power, come to me! First aid!
Thank you.
We finished them off.
I guess it's cool to bully the kid in this timeline. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't necessarily say it's cool, but also, no one is telling Carol to chill out, you know? And I feel like that's what he needs right now. Anyway, we can just avoid all of the monsters in between Emmede Hill and the town. And now we're at the town. Great! The port town Capua Nor. This is where Flynn is waiting for us. He left us a note back at Halor saying that he would wait for us here.
Man, the weather sure changed in a hurry.
Let's find an inn before we get soaked.
Dodge
Estelle,
the
what is
penalty.
it?
Oh, I just thought a harbor town would be more lively than this.
Yeah, this isn't exactly how I imagined it either.
But it feels like the kind of place that core thief you're looking for would hang out.
Hideki was headed for Torum Harbor.
I'm sure the two are pretty similar.
No way. It's only Nor Harbor that's scummy like this.
What do you mean?
Nor Harbor is... It's all because of the Empire.
To that little brat if you didn't have our money. Please, sir. Not that. Please give me back my son. With this awful weather the last few months, we haven't been able to launch the boats. Surely you realize, sir, we can't hope to pay our taxes like this.
You'd better hurry up and capture that Ribgaro beast then, shouldn't you?
That's right. If you sell his horn, you'll never have to worry about taxes again. How many times do we have to tell you?
Savages.
Is that the sort of scum you were talking about, Carol?
Yeah, the Empire's influence is really strong here. I heard things got even worse with the new magistrate. He's some Imperial bigshot who does whatever he wants.
Which means there's no one to complain to if his henchmen act like that. But how can that be?
That's enough! You're hurt. You might even get yourself killed this time.
But it's our son. If I don't go...
Teagle.
Ow! What are you trying to do?
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't see you there.
Yuri! My apologies, sir. Let me take care of that.
But I can't afford this treatment.
Don't you have something else to say?
Huh?
Jeez, you guys been robbed of your manners along with your money?
I'm sorry. Thank you most kindly.
Yuri?
Let's get this over with.
Cut! Slice! Cut! Cut!
I'll blow you away! Destruction! 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 Destruction!
Damn, it's not over yet?
Oh, gotta go? Alright. Hope you have a good day, Emily. Or good night. Still don't know why this cutscene is so blurry.
Yuri, are you all right?
Flynn, what are you? Hey, that's my line.
I've been looking all over for you.
That one was mine too. Huh, that was about to get ugly.
All right.
Whoa, hold on! What are you doing?
Yuri, I'm happy to see you're finally seeing the world outside the barrier.
So, be a little more happy then. Stop pointing that thing at me.
Well, I got a little less happy when I saw this.
Hey, it's up to 10,000 gold. Nice.
I didn't think when you quit the Knights that you'd take up a life of crime.
A life of crime! And they showed us again, just in case we forgot. Unfortunately, that is the last time we get to see that.
It's not that simple.
Simple or not, a crime is a crime.
Oh, a crime is a
You're
crime.
Stubborn as always.
And the time is the time.
Uh-oh.
Yuri, I heard something happened. Are you all...
Perfect timing.
Flynn!
Huh?
Oh, Flynn, are you all right? Have you been hurt?
I'm fine. Lady Estelise.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just so happy to see you.
Please, this way.
What? But Flynn, there's something I need to tell you.
I'd better go find Carol and Rita.
Who are you talking to? Anyway. They're all here, I think.
Some guy just dragged Estelle right by us.
Are they both inside the inn?
At least he looked up when he was talking to himself and not the camera. Yeah, at least he wasn't looking directly at us, right?
Yep. So that other guy was Flynn then.
Yeah, well,
You might not be able to get a word in edgewise if you went in now.
Seemed like they might be in there a while. Want to burn time walking around town a bit?
Sure, okay.
By myself? Alright. Alright, so we need more magic. We need to restock on magic lenses. Thank you. We need some life bottles, please. God, I can't believe I ate through like 10 life bottles. Jesus Christ. I can get 8 of those. We already have one of those. We do want this and this, and I think we actually already have a stiletto. I'll actually wait till we get the party back before we buy new weapons. Taxes are so high that this shop isn't really profitable. Yeah, well, that's capitalism.
What the hell is a brat like you doing trying to get in here?
Aw, don't throw a hissy fit. Have a bite of this and calm down.
Get that out of my face. This isn't the kind of place for kids.
Whoa. That sure is a rough way to treat a child.
Who the hell are you? That brat's daddy or something?
Seriously, do I look like the parent of a kid this big?
Time to try again.
Time to try again.
Oops.
Hey, you really think it's okay to point a weapon at an unarmed child?
I'm just teaching the brat a lesson about the consequences of breaking adult rules.
Just cut it out, okay?
Yeah.
What? What are you doing?
Now you've gone and done it.
Hold up, you've come this far and now you're just gonna run away?
You need to be prepared if you're going to grab a beautiful young lass's hand.
Prepared? Prepared for what?
Sorry, now ain't the time.
What?
Farewell.
You brat! Get back here!
Damn it. The hell was up with that kid? Hey, buddy, you better get lost too.
You gotta be kidding me. Well, I guess Flynn and Estelle should be done talking by now.
A doll, a cast-off doll, a mysterious girl left behind in her escape. It's surprisingly detailed. What a waste of talent. So obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but that scene wasn't in the original version of the game because Patty was not in the 360 version of the game. Oops, that's her name. Name's Patty, sorry. Spoilers. Alright. Guess we're done out here. I guess we can just go in. Oh, they're letting me decide. I'm alone, so yeah. Thank you. Reunite with everyone. Jeez. Alright. That's some substantial change from the original? Yeah. Maybe so.
All finished? And are we done whispering secrets?
I've heard your story up until this point, Yuri. And also the reason for the bounty on your head. First off, I owe you my thanks for protecting her.
Oh, I've been meaning to express my gratitude as well, Yuri.
It's nothing. I was already out searching for that Blastia thief.
And that's where we have a problem. Regardless of the circumstances, the Imperial law cannot allow the obstruction of officers, jailbreaking, and trespassing.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I told him everything.
Don't be sorry. I mean, I did all that stuff.
So I still carry that with me. Just like, don't be sorry. I did all that stuff. Like if you.
Then I assume you are prepared to receive the punishment your actions deserve.
Flynn!
Do whatever you like, but just listen a minute, will you?
So you can tell me how it was all done in order to get back the lower quarters Blastia core? That's what you wanted to say, right?
Sir Flynn, I have news! What is Rita doing here? I heard you refused an Imperial request for assistance. Do you think it's all right for a mage employed by the Empire to simply abandon her obligations?
Who's that?
Got me.
Whatever. It's not like I care a whit about you either.
I'll make the introductions. This is my second in command, Sodia. This is Witcher, a mage who offered his assistance to us at the laboratory in Ospio. This is my...
You! Sir, it's the criminal from the wanted poster.
At ease, Sodia. He is a friend of mine.
What? But sir, he's a wanted man.
He's a wanted man.
I've just heard his story. While he is guilty of minor crimes, the warrant for his arrest contains false accusations. Later, I will return him to the capital and explain the situation, and he will receive his due punishment.
My mistake, sir. Witcher, let's have your report.
So we're done here, right?
I believe the ongoing rain and wind are being caused by a Blastia. The weather in this season is unpredictable, but this does not explain why it worsens whenever boats leave port.
We also have testimony that something like a Blastia was carried into Magistrate Rigaud's residence.
I've never heard anything about a Blastia that controlled the weather.
Nothing like that has ever been excavated.
Wait. The Aqua Blastia, the ruins... It couldn't be.
So his lordship, the magistrate, is using a Blastia to control the weather.
It appears that way, though we can't yet say for certain. The harbor has been closed due to weather. Any ship that leaves is fired on for disobeying the ordinance.
So much for crossing over to Torum.
Those aren't the only rumors surrounding the magistrate. He's released a monster known as Ribgaro into the wild, and amuses himself by forcing those who can't pay their taxes to hunt it. He claims he'll pardon their taxes if they can manage to capture the beast.
How cruel.
That injured couple we met near the entrance must be two of his victims.
And their child.
What? What happened to their child?
Forget about it. Well, it's been a hell of a day for us and we're tired. Let's just stay at this inn for the night.
Also, we can't forget about a certain missing person. Missing person?
I wish they put a little vocal effect on people who are thinking to themselves. I'm looking for items. I'm item hunting. Is Estelle back in the party? No. At least, yeah, the speech bubble changed, but I just wish, like, there was a little bit more, it was a little bit more clear.
So what's the plan?
I'm gonna go see Magistrate Rigaud.
What? We'll get turned away at the gate if we try to go there. Even a noble woman like you would have no chance of getting in.
Yeah, but with the harbor barricaded, we can't cross over to Torum Harbor. And that thief Tadeki, along with that one-eyed giant, are both on the other side of the water.
Let's stop blabbing about it and just go, why don't we?
If you won't listen to what we have to say, we can think of another plan.
All right. Let's head to Rago's palace then.
Alright. Now Estelle's back.
No matter how you slice it, Flynn is Flynn. He's even more stubborn than before. You think so too, Repeat? Well, at least he seemed to be doing all right.
Alright. So I think I did this already. Yeah. I meant to actually buy equipment, sorry. Alright. Let me check our equipment here. Nope. Alright. Actually, did we get any better equipment? No, we did not. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, let's stay at the inn. You know what? Let's stay at the inn. That's fine. Need to heal.
A city where the magistrate can do whatever he wants really leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Looks like there's bound to be a few power-mad Imperials no matter where you go. What we saw on the way into town here, that happened all the time back in the lower quarter.
I'm glad I live outside the Empire. I don't think I could stand this very long.
Why would the magistrate do these things?
Hey, we don't need to let the bad vibes in this city rub off on us.
Exactly.
All right.
I can afford it. $300, I can afford it. Oh, that's right. I bought a pair of glasses. We can equip them, right? we can throw glasses on people now. Let's go. Can more than one character wear them at a time? Yes. Whoever heard of half-frame glass? I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Oh! The Wonder Chef. Guess you found me. You're pretty good. You're pretty good. I'll teach you to cook as a reward. Learn sorbet. I'll give you this so you can practice. Resets, thank you. Gotta go. Ba. I was just checking something real quick.
Hey, Flynn said that Mage Witcher was from Ospio, didn't he?
Did you know him from before, Rita?
What do you mean,
I get the feeling he might have passed through my field of vision once or twice. It's nothing more than a vague memory, though.
I think I know why Witcher had such a chip on his shoulder.
Now the Dice Master's here. I went up and checked this too early. Excuse me, young lady. You mean me? Yes, yes indeed. You think you might want to play a little stone-taking game with me? To make it interesting, I'll give you a nice present if you can beat me. What do you say? Well, why not? But are you sure? I'm pretty good at that kind of game. Excellent. I've been looking for an opponent to give me a challenge. They call me the Master. I won't go down without a fight. Do we really have time to be sitting and playing games? Don't worry, I'll make short work of this geezer. Just wait and see. High or low, baby? High. Easy money. High. Easy money. Low. Got him. Thank you. I'm a gambling master. How about them apples? What? I lost? This cannot be. It seems you're no normal player. I've been beaten. I admit defeat. Wow, not bad, Rita. It looks like you're not all talk after all. You should show some respect. Now, for your prize, a delicious kiss from yours truly. Haha, fooled you. No, I'm going to give you the title of New Master. As news of my defeat travels, new challengers shall appear, hoping to steal your glory. Stay strong and don't lose, Rita. That is the new stone-taking Master Rita. To be continued next time in A New Assassin Lurks. To be continued? That's not likely. Well, if you ever feel like it, you're welcome to join me in my hobbies. Anyway.
I guess the Empire likes to throw its weight around no matter where you go. Before I left the capital, I didn't know or care about anything besides the lower quarter.
It's not everywhere, but I feel like the Empire's influence is especially strong on Ilikia. They can do whatever they want since there aren't any major guilds on Ilikia.
We can't just let it stay this way.
As a reminder, Ilikia is the current continent that we're on. So there aren't really a lot of big guilds there. It's really just the Empire here. Sure, we had some trading, you know, we had Fortune's Market trading around here, and there's a World Seller doing cartography or whatever, but there's no large guilds that are based on this continent. So...
What do you want?
I'd like to meet with Magistrate Rago if you'd be so kind.
Yuri, these men are mercenaries. I wonder what guild they're from.
I guess that explains the thuggish look.
Huh. Go home, Scram! The magistrate is a busy man.
Surely not too busy to rough up the people in this town.
Hey, you better watch your mouth, punk.
See? I told you he wouldn't see us. Let's get out of here before things get sticky.
I'd have to agree with Captain Carroll on this one.
But there must be some other way.
Forget it. Let's go.
We'd best leave the frontal assault on the palace to the Imperial Knights.
But isn't the fact that that's going so badly precisely what's got Flynn in such a bad mood?
Maybe he'd see us if we came bearing gifts, so to speak.
A gift? What do you mean?
The Rib Guru. It's worth a fair amount of money, right?
Come to think of it, that official mentioned the Ribgaro. He said that someone with its horn would never have to worry about taxes again.
If we brought something that valuable, the magistrate would at least grant us an audience.
You propose to catch the Ribgaro?
This is our chance. It's raining after all.
What does rain have to do with it?
The Ribgaro comes out of hiding when it's raining. Out of all the monsters I know, it's the only one that goes out in the rain.
Capital observation, Captain Carroll. What else?
What do you mean, what else? That's all there is to it.
So where's the Rib Guru now?
Just as I thought.
Well then, let's go talk to the people in town and get their side of the story.
Are you okay with this, Estelle?
Yes, Yuri.
If we're unlucky, this could put all of us on the wrong side of the law. The one who makes the laws in this town is his lordship, the Empire's magistrate. You be okay with defying him?
I'm going with you.
You're okay with it then?
Yes.
Rita, you don't have any problems with it?
I have to say, I'm incredibly interested in a Blastia that can control the weather. Then it's decided.
So then, let's seek out the Ripgaro first.
Alright, we're gonna go slay the unicorn. Ripgaros come out to breed when it rains? Since when? I'm just seeing if anyone has any, like, different dialogue for me, but I know where to go, so let's just go there. Let's just go there and get the Ripgaro and come back.
You never could sit still, could you?
Stop treating me like a little kid.
Yuri, don't do anything reckless.
I haven't done anything reckless since the day I was born. I'm just chasing after a Blastia thief.
Yuri.
You're the one who should ease up on trying to do the impossible, Flynn.
Witcher, go and see if we can get the right to search Blastia laboratories. I thought leaving the capital would have changed him a little, but it seems like he's even more reckless than before.
Flynn?
Yuri's so single-minded when it comes to protecting others. He's willing to sacrifice himself to do it. I envy him for that. But I also worry that he'll take it too far.
Come on, Estelle, let's go. Yuri's gonna leave us behind.
Right. We should be going now.
Oh, by the way, Lady Estellise.
Yes?
How is it, walking around outside, free?
I can't say everything's been perfect, but I realize that there are things I must do. And that makes me happy. It's been wonderful.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Hey, Rita, what did Flynn mean about search and seizure rights to Blastia laboratories? Oh, that. Basically, if you're on an official Imperial Blastia investigation, you can go anywhere you want.
Are you serious?
Why bust our butts when the Knights can do that?
I don't think they can. There are plenty of exceptions that can block their authority.
That sounds like what I've come to expect from the Empire.
Don't get in my way!
Just get a little scan information on that.
Feel this heart.
Destruction field! Take all right, who's next? Take this!
Holy power, come to me. First aid.
All right, who's next?
A little test.
Destruction!
Put out your hand! Like this? Yay! What was that?
Oh, man. All right, all right.
Take this! Laser Wolf!
Burn. Fireball.
Laser Wolf strike!
Purity. Splash. Burn. Found your weak.
It'll be 100 years before you can beat me.
Just trying to fill out my data log while we're heading back to where the Ribgaro is. I think it's up here, right? Oh yeah, it's sitting. Look, it's just sitting there right on the map. Very hard to spot. Who would have thought, right?
This is
The Ribgaro! Ching! Alright.
Let's get this over with.
First aid by undefiled purity. Hellhammer. Flickering blades burn. Fireball. Starstroke. Pierce cluster.
Ow.
Holy power, come to me.
This isn't over yet.
We must meet with the magistrate.
Nice grade. Yeah.
Come on, let's take it back with us.
It's covered in scars and bruises. I feel kind of sorry for it.
I reckon it's been attacked by desperate townspeople quite a few times.
It's not the people in town's fault.
No, I understand.
Yuri?
The horn is what's so valuable, right? This'll be enough to satisfy that money-grubbing magistrate.
Wow, it's not like you to show pity to a monster.
While you guys are busy talking, the monster's getting up. What? Why did it run away?
Okay.
The monster did? Seriously?
Hey, we got the horn. Who cares either way?
Alright, we got the horn. Pikachu, aim for the horn. And now we can head back to town. Great. Son of a bitch.
Holy power! Priest of innocent waters! Holy power! Flickering blaze burn! First of all! Holy power! Come to me!
It'll be 100 years before you can beat me.
Wait! You can't go out again after that girl went through the trouble of healing your wounds.
Teagle!
Where are you off to with that dangerous weapon?
That's no business of yours. I can't have you sticking your nose into my affairs just because you're curious.
Hand it over to Golden Horn.
This is...
Sorry for stealing your thunder back at the inn. Maybe this'll make it up to you.
Thank you so much.
But hold on! You're just giving it to them?
It's a small price to pay if it saves their child's life.
You were planning on doing this from the beginning, weren't you?
Nope, it just came to me.
You do realize that you just gave away our gift for the magistrate, right? Now what do we do?
No worries. We'll just find some other way to get into the magistrate's place.
Shall we see how Flynn's doing then?
Yeah, maybe he's even gotten into Ragou's palace already and set things straight.
Yeah, that sure would be nice.
Let's go pay a visit to the inn.
The inn we're standing right next to. Yeah. Okay. Alright.
You're looking chipper as always, Flynn.
I've got a lot on my mind, Yuri. Not that you'd know what that's like.
Ooh. Got him.
Managed to go out and get your bounty raised even higher?
I thought you went to the magistrate's place.
I went, along with a search warrant from the Blastia research lab.
Ah, so you were able to go inside and look around.
No, the magistrate refused us entry.
Why? He even tried to provoke us. If you really think I have Blastia, try to bust your way in, he said.
He knows we don't have the jurisdiction to do that. He's just making a mockery of us.
Well, isn't he right?
What did you say?
Yuri, whose side are you on?
It's not a matter of whose side I'm on. If you think you're right, you should force your way inside.
No, it's a trap. Rigaud wants the Imperial Guard to make a mistake so he can use it as an excuse to increase the authority of the Council. If we go in now, he'll hide the evidence and feign innocence.
Politics? What is this? Star Wars Episode 1?
Is Magistrate Rigaud on the council as well?
Yes.
Star Wars Episode 2?
The Imperial Knights and the Council are both essential organizations that support the Empire. But Rigaud seems to have forgotten this fact.
So in short, we're not dealing with your everyday magistrate here. Well, have you got a plan for what you're doing next? What, you're out of ideas?
If there were some sort of disturbance
Zach, what's
inside
up?
the palace, the Imperial Knights would be able to move in under the pretense of emergency prerogative.
Ah, yes. The Imperial Knights may employ emergency prerogative to intervene in emergency situations, regardless of jurisdiction.
Of course. So if a thief snuck in and caused a ruckus, that'd be enough?
Yuri, I know you want to help, but...
But I shouldn't do anything reckless, right?
I've just received a tip that a fugitive with a warrant out for his arrest is trying to get into the magistrate's palace.
There's 500 gold inside! Let's put it back. Let's put it back. I kind of want to check if I can upgrade my equipment. Like, I feel like that'd be a pretty good investment, right? Yeah. Is that 48 more? Like, I feel like that's probably a good thing to have. All right. Yeah, that's a big. Now we should be taking a lot less damage when we run headfirst into enemies. Probably would have helped fight off that wolf boss too, but what do I know?
This place seems to get bigger every time I look at it. Are members of the council really that important?
The council is a body of nobles which aids in the political administration of the empire.
Which means they basically represent the Empire's interests.
Huh, you don't say.
So what about getting inside?
Shall we see if there's a back entrance?
Tough luck. Place is surrounded by a wall, and there's no getting inside unless you can clear it.
Huh?
You won't last long if you go screaming in a spot like this, your ladyship.
I'm sorry, but who are you?
It's like, I'm not gonna scream.
What do you mean? Me and the kid there are old friends, right, pal?
What are you looking at? I barely know this guy.
So, this gentleman was in the next cell over when Yuri was put in jail at the beginning of the game. He's the one who gave Yuri the key so he could get out, so he could jailbreak.
Now, don't be like that. What about the fun times we had in jail, Mr. Yuri Lowell?
Huh? I don't remember telling you my name.
See? You're a celebrity, Yuri. So what's your name, mister?
Huh? Ah, right. I suppose Raven will do for now.
For now, huh? Who the hell does this guy think he is?
Well, Raven, it's been lovely seeing you again. Now buzz off.
Aw, come on. You're trying to get into the palace, right? You just leave it up to old Raven.
Shouldn't we stop him?
Actually, he pulled a trick like this that helped me get out of the castle.
Really? Well, then maybe we can trust him.
I'd like to hope so.
They're coming over here.
But why?
Rita is seething right now.
Wait till I get my hands on him. No one uses me as a diversion.
There she goes again with the magic. Now what?
Now we go inside. What
That's,
else?
that's such a bad.
Just got rid of the guards and all.
There she goes again with the magic. Shut up, Carol.
Oh, not the front door. Let's see if we can get in from the side.
Hey, so we meet again. Glad to see you're okay. Catch you later.
Wait.
Dark Souls.
It's going down?
One elevator only goes up and one only goes down, baby. Dark Souls.
No, I don't believe this. You can't control it from down here.
Ugh. Something smells rank.
Blood, along with something else? It smells rotten. I wonder if he's into raising monsters, too.
Could be. He had Ribgaro after all.
Help me!
What was that? What is this place?
It sounds like someone's there. Let's go.
Hey, you! Bring that Raven creep to me right now!
Huh? Why do I have to do that?
You're friends with him, right?
I told you I hardly know the guy.
Oh, really? You met him in jail, right? That's pretty shady if you ask me.
I can't really argue with that.
I think he's kind of strange, but he didn't seem bad to me.
I don't think he's all that good either.
Alright, so there are enemies like all over this area. We can just sort of ignore them. Who cares? But there are a lot of items that we want to get in these areas, if at all possible. Oh, did I go the wrong way?
Papa, Mama.
Everything's going to be okay. Can you tell me what happened?
A scary old man brought me here. He said it was because Papa and Mama couldn't pay their taxes.
So this particular cutscene was not voiced in the original version. So hearing this child's voice for the first time is really
Do you think that this is the kid from before?
How horrible.
All of these bones. Could the monsters have done this?
Papa, Mama, I want to go home.
It's okay. Everything's okay now. What's your name?
What's his name? His name's damn, I don't remember. Paulie! Of course, it's Paulie!
Come on, Paulie, be a big boy. No more crying. You'll see your mom and dad soon.
Okay.
Anyway, I think I went the wrong way. I'm gonna check the other door real quick. This is literally just like square rooms and hallways. There's not much to this area. I wouldn't necessarily call it a dungeon. Is Polly important? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh shit.
Let's get this over with.
I'll blow you away! Destruction! 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 What the? Alright, who's next?
Holy power, come to me! First aid! Holy power, come to me!
Alright, who's next?
Take that! Holy power!
Am I on semi-auto right now? Yeah, look, why am I on semi-auto?
First aid! Holy power,
I feel power running all through my body.
I feel like there should be plenty of memes regarding these repetitive voice lines. I think in general there are. If you've never seen the Pro ZD skit, I will play that. I could play it right now, honestly, but maybe at the end of today's session, I'll throw that video up. But yeah, repetition of voice lines is definitely.
Yes, we can do this.
Definitely a problem.
Holy power!
Wonderful! The cry of victory! Oh, I...
But I think that might be a voiced game problem in general, honestly. But
Sorry if I hurt you. Destroy rock! Holy power! Destroy rock! First aid! Holy power! Come to me! Drag it over! First aid! How's this? Destroy rock! Destroy rock!
Yeah, I beat you into next week.
I think this appears in whatever game that has party members commenting on stuff. I mean, to me, that's like it's literally every voiced RPG has this problem, where eventually you're gonna hear the same lines over and over and over again. But
Let's work together.
a lot of fucking bats.
Alright, who's next?
Power, come to me. Holy power, come to me. First aid. Holy power, come to me.
Oh, come on.
Holy power, come to me. First
All right.
They know each other way too well.
These
These are the threads that weave our future.
Alright, so we got a key. Change equipment. Yeah, I do have new weapons for some characters. That I forgot to equip. Oh, there we go. I don't think those two wolves have a key. It's just weird because it might happen a few other times in this game, but we just got a key from clearing out a mob on the field, and that like never happens, so.
Sorry if I hurt you.
Jeez.
Oh, Caprice of innocent waters!
All right, who's next? I got a little worked up.
Alright, so that's the other key. I don't think there's anything else in here. Yeah. Did I get a data log for the Black Basilisk? Let's find out. Got him.
We got a head start.
Let's take care of him.
No, I didn't. Alright.
Oh, Caprice of innocent waters!
Destruction field!
Alright. And it's just weird. The door, you get these keys for these doors. It's like this place is weird. This kind of thing never happens again in this game. Was this their Zelda tribute? Anyway, there's a blue save point here, so we can be fully healed at the bottom of a dungeon of death.
Well, well, what do we have here? More delicious snacks for my pet, it seems.
So you're Rago. You've got some pretty disgusting hobbies.
Hobbies? Oh, you must mean my basement. Only someone with my refined sensibilities could understand the pleasure I derive from such things. You're just like those senile old fools on the council. They bored me to death and never let me enjoy myself.
I mean, look who's talking. This guy looks like he's gonna die on the spot.
It's the privilege of my exalted station to dispel such boredom with the help of the common people.
You can't mean that's your only reason to do those things.
Well, I suppose I should go and fetch Ribgaro. So many new toys. He ought to put on quite a show. Though you may not live long enough to see it.
There's no point in searching for Ribgaro. We've already taken care of him.
What did you say?
Are you deaf? I said we've already taken care of him.
Yuri, he might be deaf.
What have you done to my pet?
If you put a bell on it or something, maybe you wouldn't have lost track of it.
Ah, well, with a bit more money, I'll soon be able to replace him.
Rago, how can you say such things and still call yourself a servant of the Empire?
What? You? But that's impossible.
Anyway. I could have done this.
Stay back! What do you intend to do?
I could have done this at any time.
Someone! Arrest these intruders!
We'll have enemies all over the place if we don't hurry up and finish what we came to do.
Hold it.
What? Don't we need to create an emergency for the Knights to respond to?
It's still too soon. First, we need some evidence.
We've got to find the Blastia that controls the weather.
Huh. This is... This is new. Let's get some more data logs on these guys.
Okay, sure.
I feel like we're drowning in Panacea bottles right now. Oof. Losing 200 HP. Damn. Well, that's worth it. Probably. I don't remember these two rooms. I feel like these were added in to make this section a little longer. Because to be fair, it was really short in the original game. Oh, well, that explains it.
What a beautiful view.
Who's there?
Don't you? It was beautiful. Beautiful Joe. Where is Beautiful Joe on PC?
What are you doing over there?
What does it look like? I'm hanging around enjoying the scenery, matey.
Oh yeah? I could have sworn you'd been captured.
I think she has been captured, actually.
No, I haven't. Shiver me timbers. I know you. Your name was, Jack.
Who's that?
Jack Sparrow.
I'm Yuri. What's your name?
Patty.
Patty, huh? We met in front of the mansion, didn't we?
Oh, that's right. You couldn't forget the warmth of my hand and came a-chasing after me.
Hey, what were you doing here?
I'm hunting for treasure.
Treasure? In a place like this?
Well, I guess it wouldn't be odd for that black-hearted geezer to have filched some treasures.
So what do, Patty?
I'm an adventurer.
Look, Paulie is still here. We've still got Paulie. Paulie's here, everybody. Don't worry.
In any case, it's dangerous for a little girl to wander around a place like this all by herself.
She's right. Why don't you come with us?
I still ain't found no treasure.
Maybe it isn't my place to say this, but you sound less like an adventurer and more like a thief.
An adventurer is one who always carries the spirit of curiosity and the desire to push into the unknown. So while I may look like a thief, I'm actually nothing of the sort.
So, it's weird now. Playing this now, I think I mentioned I bought this game for the Switch at launch, which I guess was like a couple of years ago at this point. And I played a little bit of it, and I know I got to... I want to say I got up to this part, maybe a little bit further than this, but this was back at launch. This was already a couple years ago at this point, and I never finished that playthrough. It's probably still on my Switch, that save. And I just remember thinking, like, ooh, Patty's voice is just, it's just wasn't, you know, it just wasn't, I wasn't into it, right? But, this playthrough, I'm not as resistant to it, maybe? I'm not as, I feel like it like really grated on me years ago, but it's not. I don't think it's too bad. I feel like
It's
too
not like
bad.
I really care anyway. Well, if you're gonna keep hunting for treasure, I won't stop you.
What are you gonna do?
There probably ain't no treasure left in this mansion anyway.
She's saying she'll come with us.
Okay, then let's go.
Oh, but there's enemies in the room. Oh,
Sorry if I hurt you.
excuse me. Son of a bitch.
Power, come to me. First aid. Oh, din of the hottest Holy power, come to me. Flickering blaze.
All right.
They know each other.
Like, of course. The room where a cutscene was, there was actually enemies on top of us the whole time. And then as soon as the cutscene was over, they can just... They waited for the cutscene to be over. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm just gonna walk around this guy. See ya. I'm gonna take this, thank you. Left or right? I guess we'll go right first. Don't mind me. Nope, son of a...
Don't get sloppy.
Alright.
Power, come Here I go! Power hammer! Drag it over! Holy power, come to me! First aid! Pierce Buster!
This? Nah, this isn't scary.
Did we need a key for the other door? I don't even know. Yo, we got Rita a whip. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we wanted. Just gonna walk. Oh, I guess we did need a key. I had no idea.
Trespassers!
Relax, dude. Jeez.
Flickering blaze, burn! Starfall!
We got 3 guys chasing after me.
Take this! Azure Wall!
Holy power, come to me! Flickering blaze, burn!
Azure Edge!
Come to me! First aid! Holy power, come to me! Holy power,
You want revenge? Bring it!
I'm surprised you managed to wander around a mansion crawling with such dangerous guys all on your own.
The treasure be worth it, even if it means putting myself in great danger.
What kind of treasure is it?
It's the great treasure that was hidden by Eifried.
Eifried?
As in, the legendary pirate Eifried?
So he's famous?
You haven't heard of him? He's an unspeakable villain who ravaged the seas.
Eifried, the boss of the pirate guild Siren's Fang. The Imperial Knights are after him for attacking an immigrant ship and slaughtering hundreds of civilians. None know his whereabouts,
but many say he's already died.
It's known as the Black Hope Massacre. I've heard that it was an utter nightmare.
Well, that's what they say.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
What do you want all that treasure for anyway?
What do I want it for? Shouldn't that be obvious? I'm going to find that legendary treasure and become a famous adventurer.
Even if it means putting yourself in great danger?
That's the life of an adventurer.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Fun, eh? Then how about it, matey? Want to join up with me?
It sounds right up my alley, but I'll pass on that. I don't really have time to spare.
You're a cold one, Yuri. Even colder than a shark's skin.
Shark skin?
What? There are sharks in this game?
About ye.
You do?
Wait, does that mean Patty and Yuri are...
Aye, it's love at first sight.
Yeah. I don't think that's such a good idea.
Love at first sight.
Ugh, whatever. Can we just hurry up and get out of here?
You're just gonna walk around these guys again. Hey, don't mind me. You're just gonna walk behind this guy. Don't mind me, thank you. Ah, here we go.
Is this the Blastia we're looking for?
No, these are not the Blastia you're looking for. You're going to go home and rethink your life.
Strim, Latos, Rockra, Fleck. They just patched together Blastia with different formulas. This formula could manipulate the weather, but how could they use them like this? It's just like at Emmead Hill. They don't have the slightest respect for what they're working with.
This is just what we need for evidence.
Rita, shouldn't you finish that later? Just a bit more. I just need to check a few more things.
I'm hacking. I'm in.
You can have Flynn give you a look at it after we're done. Let's get busy with our emergency.
Let's just break something that won't be missed.
All right. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna help out too.
No, you're gonna stay right here.
Oh?
Carol just smashing shit while Rita's standing on top of it.
Oh, damn it!
Jeez, what got into you all of a sudden?
We've got to give those knights a good reason to show up, don't we?
Yes, but I don't know if we should...
Oh, come on! This is exactly how you put evildoers in their place!
Really? What a way to behave in someone else's home. The time has come for you to earn your keep. I want all of them captured. Whatever happens, though, take care not to kill the young lady.
No way! Are these guys from the Blood Alliance?
And here's another one for you!
That's enough. We're getting out of here.
What are you talking about? I'm not finished yet!
If we don't leave now, we'll run into Flynn. And I'd rather not deal with that.
You don't seriously think he'll come that quickly?
Hey guys.
Magistrate, I don't know what's happened here, but allow us to offer our assistance.
Flynn!
There, see?
Huh. He's certainly enthusiastic.
Whoa! Is that the Dragon Rider?
What the hell do you think you're doing? How dare you destroy those Blastia?
There really is a person riding a monster.
Wait!
Look at this guy crawling.
Where do you think you're going?
Crawling in my skin. These wounds, they will not heal, Ripchester.